Hey CBC, just want to give you a quick update on a few things. It is Thursday, March something, 26th. I don't know if you're losing track of time, kind of like I am, just the way things are. It just is so different. You kind of forget sometimes which day it is. Um, do my best to reach out to everyone. Just contact. Please do be in contact with people and communication, not physical contact. That's not what I meant, but communicating with people one way or another. Love to hear from you as well. I've had a few cell phone issues today, but for the most part, I'm able to stay in contact with everybody. So I want to keep up with you and see how things are going. Pray for you, pray with you if you like at any point. As you can see, I'm up here still in my office today, even though we're under the shelter in place order. The school, KCS, is here functioning. By that I mean there are still several teachers who are teaching from their classrooms, which is allowed underneath the order, and so I'm staying here to be close by in case something comes up that they need around here. So, but feel free to contact me. In a lot of other ways. Hopefully you've seen that we have a YouTube channel set up. It's pretty great. There are a few videos up there. We're putting the recorded live stream from the previous week is on there, so you can watch that. If you weren't able to see it, you can see Clark do some CBC Primetime videos. We've got our children's ministry videos on there. We'll do one of those each week, which is really cool. And then I'm putting, obviously, this update on there as well. So hopefully you've gotten to see that, and hope that you'll refer other people to it, especially those in the church maybe that haven't seen communications, that kind of thing. It'd be great. Last night with my family, we did our Wednesday night stuff. We watched our Truth Seekers video, which was really neat to kind of talk through the verse together. We have our book that our kids are using. We have it at home now, and we're using that together. So it's a really neat way to keep your kids kind of in a rhythm for Wednesday nights, and prepare them to meet back again with us when we're able to reconvene in our facilities, and to keep memorizing that scripture, which hopefully you've seen already is just hugely important to have and to know it well. Let's see. Online giving. There have been a couple questions here and there. There is a place that says credit card, and we kind of discourage credit card because the fee is higher, and because you don't really want to do that in terms of your tithes and offerings. But if you put a debit card into that same field, that credit card field, it processes as a debit. And it's the same kind of fee, the very, very low fee that the bank withdrawal would be. So if you do it that way, totally great. Go for that debit card. That's no problem. It's just a small fee for that, and it's not a huge deal. You can continue to bring offerings by here as well. Thank you for those who have or sent them in via mail. We so appreciate that, and I just grateful to God for your generosity during a difficult time. Also, something that was mentioned is that banks also do bill pay, generally for free. So if you want the option to do everything on your computer and then have the bank will just send a check this way, that works too. I'm working on a call to prayer for us to have some coordinated times of prayer. I hope to really kind of put that out next week. I'm looking to do that, so I'm working on that, and we'll see how that goes. This Sunday, we're going to break into something new. We're going to go with the book of Philippians for now, and I'll explain a little more about that on the live stream. Take a break from our series that we were in to kind of address where we are right now, and where hopefully that you are, and emotionally, spiritually, even physically. So we'll talk through that a little bit. So you can read Philippians 1 through 11 to read ahead for the service on Sunday. Something that we're doing a little bit different on Sunday is we're going to have a little bit of a comment time just early on. We open the live stream about 10:40 a.m., 5 minutes before we actually will start the service. If you want to jump on there about that time and throw on, hey, my family's here, neat, glad to be here, that kind of thing, we'll do that. Comment a little bit leading up to when the service starts, and right at the beginning of the service as everybody's hopping on. We're going to encourage that this week, and then after the service really gets going, announcements, that kind of thing, goes through call to worship, a song or two, we can stop the comments, and then we can go on with our service the way it is, and that'll be great. And then what we're going to do at the end of the service is we're going to have a little bit of fellowship time, kind of remote fellowship. So after the service is over, after the benediction, me and a couple other of those who are with us for the live stream are going to come back up on the stage. We're going to sit there. We're going to grab our phones and we're going to chat with people, with you guys on the comment thread there on the live stream. So the live stream will still be going with us on the stage and sitting there. We want to interact with y'all digitally, just like we would after a service on a Sunday where we were gathering, that when we hang out together and we talk. And so if you want to stick around for a few minutes after the service is over on that live stream, start barraging with the comments, say hello to everybody, and I just love on people. We can love on each other that way for a few minutes before we all kind of disperse for the day. Looking forward to doing that with you. I want to read a passage for you. It's my prayer for us for this week. It's a prayer for spiritual strength. It comes from Ephesians chapter 4, starting in verse 14. For this reason I bow my knees before the Father, from whom every family in heaven and on earth is named, that according to the riches of his glory he may grant you to be strengthened with power through his Spirit in your inner being, so that Christ may dwell in your hearts through faith, that you, being rooted and grounded in love, may have strength to comprehend with all the saints what is the breadth and length and height and depth, and to know the love of Christ that surpasses knowledge, that you may be filled with all the fullness of God. Praying that for all of us this week, for you, CBC. I love you and looking forward to talking to you soon. If not before, on Sunday. We'll see you then.